Mental health courts are designed to divert justice-involved individuals with mental health concerns away from the traditional court system and bring them into community-based treatment. They attempt to provide personalized treatment to lower the risk of recidivism. The Centre for Forensic Behavioral Science and Justice Studies was asked to conduct an outcome and cost analysis of the Saskatoon Mental Health Strategy Court, or MHS Court, for the Court Steering Committee. The purpose of this evaluation was to determine the effectiveness of the Mental Health Strategy Court and the extent to which it was achieving its intended outcomes. Accordingly, the outcome evaluation assessed the court's success in diverting clients out of the traditional criminal justice system and reducing further justice involvement, improving clients' mental health, and reducing future health services utilization, while the cost analysis considered the extent to which the court led to reduced criminal justice costs for the clients. The outcome and cost analysis focused on 89 clients who were adjudicated through the MHS Court during the court's first year of operations in 2014. To support the outcome and cost analysis, court case data were obtained from the Saskatchewan Ministry of Justice, data on calls for services, arrests, and charges were obtained from Saskatoon Police Services, and data on mental health and health services utilization were obtained from the Saskatchewan Health Authority. The outcome analysis examined criminal justice outcomes by comparing clients' involvement with the courts and police 1 and 2 years pre-post MHS Court entry, while health outcomes and health service utilization were explored 1 year pre-post MHS Court entry. Findings indicated that arrests were lower for clients after their involvement in the Saskatoon Mental Health Strategy Court, although the seriousness of the charges they received tended to increase after entry into the court. Notably, court cases and convictions both increased following participation in the Mental Health Strategy Court, with a large proportion of the cases and convictions resulting from system-generated or non-compliance issues. Evaluation results also suggested that clients have high-risk peer groups that could result in increased risk of involvement with crime or encounters with police. Given that arrests declined post-court entry while convictions in court cases increased, there is evidence of over-supervision and over-punishment by the MHS Court related to the increased detection of non-compliance due to greater supervision by the Mental Health Strategy Court compared to the traditional justice system. This means that accessing the mental health and case management services provided by the court may come with a possible penalty for clients, namely increased convictions and additions to their criminal record. In terms of clients' mental health, fewer clients experience a mental health episode 1 year post-court entry, but these episodes lasted significantly longer following their entry into the court. Furthermore, slightly more clients access mental health services post-court entry, with access to both group and individual counseling and detox increasing. Additionally, emergency room visits declined significantly at the 1 year pre-post interval, suggesting that participation in the court helped reduce issues that could lead to visits that may put strain on the healthcare system. Turning next to the cost analysis, the cost analysis compared the criminal justice costs at the 1 and 2 year pre-post court entry intervals. It also focused on the 89 clients included in the outcome analysis and utilized Gabor's 2015 cost estimates related to the cost of crime. Gabor is a criminologist who conducted a literature review of global publications from 1988 to 2014 and computed cost estimates for various types of crimes on August 1, 2014 in Canadian dollars. He computed the societal cost of crime to include criminal justice system costs, victims' tangible and intangible costs, and criminal career costs. The cost analysis findings show that, based on Gabor's estimates, the total cost of the client's cases that were transferred to the Mental Health Strategy Court was slightly over $4 million. The majority of this expense was attributed to victim tangible and intangible costs, while the criminal justice system costs accounted for about 10% of the total cost. Total 1 year recidivism cost was approximately $14.6 million. This was more than 2 times greater than the 1 year pre-court cost of $6.7 million. The total 2 year recidivism cost was $24.2 million and exceeded the total 2-year prior cost, which was $20.9 million, with the highest costs again attributed to victim tangible and intangible costs. Cases generated by compliance failure were classified as administrative, which included breach of probation, failure to appear, and failure to comply with conditions charges. All other cases were considered non-administrative. Administrative costs accounted for 54% of the total cost of 1-year pre and 40% of total cost 2-year pre-court entry. In contrast, post-court entry administrative case costs accounted for about 2/3 of total recidivism costs. Again, this finding suggests an over-supervision effect resulting in increased total and criminal justice-related costs. However, without a matched comparison group to determine whether this increase in administrative costs was due to changes in Saskatoon's charging policies, it's impossible to make any definitive conclusions about an over-supervision effect. Overall, the evaluation points to positive gains being made with respect to clients' mental health outcomes and health service utilization, while simultaneously suggesting that the court should review its practices to ensure clients are not inadvertently being penalized for participating in the court.